Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a brand new pick-a pile for you guys today. And today we are asking the question, what message do you need to hear for this Christmas star? So this is like your Christmas star reading basically. And what I mean by that, you may be clicking on this video and you're like, well, what the hell is that? Like, what do you mean Christmas star reading? So this is intended for December 21st, basically, which is also the winter solstice. And there's a big thing happening on December 21st. So Jupiter and Saturn are going to be aligning in the sky, basically. And when they align, it's going to look like the Christmas star. It basically forms the Christmas star, the Star of Bethlehem. And the last time this happened, where it was like visible to us here on Earth, at least in the magnitude it's going to be, was 800 years ago. So that's a long time. And when this happens, it actually also marks the beginning of the age of Aquarius. So there's a lot of stuff happening on December 21st. So even if you catch this video maybe a day or so after the 21st, because my plan is to upload it on the 21st, I wanted to get it out earlier than that, but I had like family obligations and other things that were going on that I just didn't have time to record it earlier than I had intended to. But I at least really want to get it out on the 21st. So hopefully you watch this on the 21st, but it's okay if you watch it, a little bit afterwards. Those energies are still going to be circling around. They're still going to be lingering. So I'm sure the messages will still resonate. They'll still apply. But that's basically what's going on. So yeah, like lots of major things on the 21st. We have winter solstice. We have the age of Aquarius. We have the Christmas star, Star of Bethlehem. So yeah, there's just like a lot of stuff going on, which is going to impact and affect everything. So when it comes down to your Christmas star message, we're basically opening it up to God and asking, like, what is it that you know from that? Because that is a major thing. That's a big thing to have happen. So just kind of what do you need to know in general? It could be with anything in your life. It could be in regards to love, your career, your family, your finances, your health, just whatever it is that needs to come through. So we're just kind of leaving it open-ended, and it's like whatever you need to hear is what you're going to hear. So that's the intention with this reading. And also, you guys, I know I've been doing a lot of lives lately. I'm going to keep doing lives here on YouTube every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Those have been going pretty good. So just a heads up on that. Tuesdays over on TikTok, also 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. But I'm probably going to stop doing Instagram lives because truthfully, there's just not a lot of traction there. So I'm probably just going to stick to doing like regular posts and stories over there until things change. So just a heads up on that. If you were interested on lives over on Instagram, it's probably not going to be happening anymore. So just Tuesdays on TikTok and Saturdays on YouTube. And I may change that schedule like in the new year once I head back to LA, because I will have to drive back there after the holidays. And at that point, I may actually incorporate doing more live readings over on YouTube. So I'll see. I just have to kind of like tweak things and adjust things. The month of December has basically been a time of experimentation for me with this. So it's been really good. I've been learning a lot about it and through it. So that's a positive thing. But anyway, that's the heads up on the lives. Explaining the Christmas star. Final thing is I'm also offering private readings. So if you guys are interested in that, hit me up. My email's there. All the contact stuff and everything that you need to know dealing with that is there too. So just a heads up on that. But now let's get into the pile introductions. Now that everything else is covered, I'm sorry if my introductions have been kind of long lately, but there's just been a lot going on between the lives and everything else. And not only that, but I really want to explain the Christmas star thing well enough because it is a pretty and major big thing, and not everyone may know or be aware of what's happening with that. So anyways, let's get into these piles. So we have five different Christmas ornaments here. And pile number 1 is this cute little pair of ice skates. And it's so adorable because, they're like handmade. They're knitted together with yarn. And the skates are like actually paper clips. So I don't know where they're from exactly because they're my mom's. But they're pretty cute. They're adorable. You just, hang them on the tree. So the skates are pile 1. Pile 2, I actually just got this ornament this year. This is Applejack, the My Little Pony from like the original My Little Ponies. And the reason why I have this ornament is this was actually the very first pony that I ever got when I used to have My Little Ponies when I was a kid. And we saw this in a Hallmark store actually. So my mom bought it for me. She was just like, well, we can't just leave this pony ornament here. We're going to have to take it home with us. So we did. So Applejack, the My Little Pony, is pile number 2. Pile number 3 is hilarious and cracks me up. So we were at this Christmas ornament, not Christmas ornament. It was just like all like Christmas stuff in general store. But lots of Christmas ornaments there. And this one is all about 2020 this year, basically. So, we have like the 2 reindeer there, and it says 2020 on it, and it's got the toilet paper there, and it's got like a couple little COVID things there, and it says, we survived. We survived 2020, so I thought this was too funny. They had a whole bunch of funny, comical 2020 ornaments, and I was just like, I have to get one of these because hopefully this is the only year that we're going to have to remember like this. So I'm just like, you got to get something to commemorate this misery to prove that, I did live through it. I did survive through it. So the 2020 toilet paper ornament is pile number 3. Pile number 4 is a cute little ball ornament. It's a brown color, but it's still adorable. It has like silver glitter and markings on it. Very sweet and cute. And pile number 5 is a candy cane, but this is not your average candy cane. It is not peppermint. It is actually Oreo flavored, and I have tasted these, and they do taste like Oreos. So, pretty amazing stuff. So, the Oreo candy cane is pile number 5. So, pick your pile, and timestamps will be down below. And we're going to get started here with pile number 1, the ice skate group. Hi, pile 1. If you chose these cutie patootie little Christmas ice skates, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what your Christmas star reading is. So we're just going to set those down over here for you, and we're going to dig in. So we're going to start things off here. I got a few different decks that I've pulled from. We're going to start off with the Moonology deck because considering the Christmas star, we're kind of talking about the sky and everything that's happening up there. I figured Moonology would be a good one. It's kind of general messages anyway. So we have a time to give rather than take. So, and this is a new moon in Virgo. So I feel like what this card is basically saying right now is, it is the holiday season. And, one of the big things that we all need to remember during the holiday season is there are always people who are less fortunate than us. There are always people who are going through a bigger struggle than we are. And that's not to say that we're not going through stuff, because we very well could be. And it could be big stuff too. But there's always somebody out there who has it worse than we do. And there are always ways that we can remember that we are blessed and we have things to be thankful for. So I think it's a good time to remember, especially during the holiday season, or even when you're feeling down about yourself, it's good to go out there and give. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in terms of money, it could be just in time, it could be just listening to somebody, it could be sharing a compliment with somebody. It doesn't have to be anything major, it could be something very simple, it could be something small, it could be, paying it forward and paying for the person who's behind you in the drive-through line. It could be a lot of different things. But, that small random act of kindness, it goes a long way. And it may wind up brightening up somebody's day in ways that you may not even know. Like someone could be having an absolutely horrible day, and you could come along and do something so simple and so sweet and not even know how you're impacting their life, and not even know how you are changing their life, basically. So I feel like that's what this card is reminding you to do right now, especially during the holiday season. By all means, I feel like this is good to do any time of the year, not during the holiday season, but especially now. And, people can be very lonely during this time of the year. And, especially with COVID and stuff that's been going on, it may be a lot harder for people this year than even other years. So, just find whatever it is inside of you that you may be able to give back to somebody else, especially if you know somebody who may need a little bit of extra love and a little bit of extra assistance at this time. So that's a good start, for sure. Okay, we also have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. And that totally makes sense because with this Christmas star going on right now, there is big change happening for everybody. Like, I don't feel this is just for you. I feel like this is applicable to pretty much anyone in this reading, but especially for you guys in this group. There is a powerful change out and about, with this Aquarius energy coming in, and we're going to be heading into a brand new year. And I feel like with all those different things happening and all the crazy things happening up there in the planets that's affecting all of us here on Earth, there's going to be changes coming. And I feel like it's going to be good changes, simply because this year has been so shitty and so horrible for all of us. 2021 has to be better. So I feel like 2021 is going to hold some big changes coming in for you. And I feel like the trigger button, the start of it, is right here, right now, with this Christmas star. And we have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So you may be presented with opportunities to do that. There may be opportunities coming your way where you may have to step out, take some risks, do some things you normally wouldn't do, try some things you normally wouldn't try, and, face your fears head on. And, fear is false evidence appearing real. Like, that's basically the acronym for fear. That's what fear stands for. And the exact opposite of fear is faith. That's how you overcome it. So I feel like your faith muscle is really going to be stretched and grown during this time. And I'm not going to lie to you, that can be hard and it can be challenging and it can be painful, but it's a good type of pain. It's going to be so much better for you in the long run. I feel like it's definitely also tied to the powerful changes that are going on, but it's all definitely good stuff. So, no fear. Let go of that fear. It's going to do you no good. So next, I want to break out some cards for you guys from the Divine Time Oracle from Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials. Just to kind of see what kind of timing information you guys may need. And some of these cards aren't necessarily like super specific, like this is going to happen on Tuesday or something like that. Like, they're not necessarily all like that, but it just may be like good information that you may need to hear in general. So, let's see what we get. We have create and inspire. It'll set your life on fire. Artist. So, see what I mean? That's not necessarily like a timing related thing, but it's definitely a helpful piece of information. So it seems like with the Christmas star coming about and everything, it's going to be an opportunity for you to get more creative and to get into that inner artist side inside of you. And, your inner artist could be a lot of different things. It could be painting, sculpting. It doesn't even necessarily have to be that kind of art. It could be performance art. It could be singing, dancing, acting. Creativity comes in so many different shapes and sizes. It could be even writing. I know that, writing isn't necessarily like an artist, but it's like an artist with your words, I guess you could say. So there's a lot of different ways to be creative, but I feel like there's going to be this desire and these opportunities that are going to be opening up to you with the start of the Christmas star and going into 2021, where you're going to be able to really expand on that. And it could be where some of the fears kind of come in. You might be scared to express that creativity. You might be scared to, kind of dive into that and try this new endeavor and go for that dream. But I feel like it's safe for you guys to do that. It's safe for you guys to step out and to take that risk and explore and have new beginnings with this. So that's definitely a part of something you should be doing out of this Christmas star. We also have your out of alignment, mission needs reassignment. So I feel like whatever it is you guys have been doing up until this point, up until this Christmas star, it hasn't been in your best interest. It really hasn't been God's plan for your life. And, one of the ways you can tell if you're in alignment, if you're doing God's will, is, do you have peace? Do you have joy in your life? And joy doesn't necessarily mean that you go around laughing and smiling and, kind of having this fake cheesy thing going on. That's not what it means. Joy can mean like laughing really hard and stuff like that, but it can also be just like a very calm delight. It can be something where you just feel content. It's like not every day may be perfect. Not everything may go right all the time, but even if it doesn't, that's okay, because it's like you're just kind of go with the flow and easy breezy. So, is that how you are? Like just in your internal person, is that how you are? Do you have peace? Do you have joy? Like, I always look at peace as being my center and my guide to know if I am on the right path. And if you don't have peace about something, if you kind of have like that knot in your stomach where you're like sick to your stomach and things don't feel right, that's probably when you're not in alignment. That's probably when you're doing something that is not God's best for you. That's not what He planned or intended for you. So it's really a time for you to pick up on that. And, if you haven't been getting creative, it's time to get creative. Like, I feel like getting creative is going to help you get realigned, and it's probably going to bring you peace, and it's probably going to bring you joy. So, if you've been doing something that maybe is the exact opposite of being creative, like maybe you're an accountant, for example, and you deal with numbers all day or something, that's not very creative. Maybe 2021 is going to be a time for you to kind of step back from that a little bit. I'm not saying, quit your job and go, become a starving artist or something like that, but it may be a time to kind of pick that up at least as a hobby and start exploring that and start seeing, where you could go with it, just potentially, maybe on the side, and see what happens. So it's definitely a time to experiment with that. And follow what gives you peace, because that's what's going to get you back into alignment. We also have impatience. They will be back just like that. So if you have a particular love situation in your life and you guys are separated, you guys aren't talking, things are not where you want them to be, it's best for you to just be patient right now. There's probably a lot of impatience dealing with the situation. Another reason why you're probably out of alignment. So, you can be out of alignment with several different things. You could have like the career thing where you're out of alignment with what you're supposed to be doing with your passions and your dreams. And you can also be out of alignment when it comes down to your relationships. So I feel like with this card, it's basically saying it's time to basically take a chill pill and stop looking at the clock when it comes to this person. And I feel like one of the ways it's going to help you to not be so impatient and to chill out is to get creative. Because if you're getting into those creative flows and getting those juices flowing, you're not going to be asphyxiated on this. This will just kind of flow and happen when it's meant to come and when it's ready. But in the meantime, you'll have peace and you'll have joy because you'll be doing something that you love. You'll be doing something that you're passionate about and feels good and is probably helping others too besides yourself. So I feel like it's definitely a time to stop it with the impatience and stop looking at the clock. And, it's just like the card says, they will be back just like that. But it can't happen if you're constantly like looking over your shoulder when it comes to that situation. All right, we've also got some messages here from the Christmas Love Oracle because it is a Christmas related reading. Can't not include this. So we have, I want you in my arms this Christmas. So I do feel like when it comes down to your person, they do love you and they do want to be with you. They do want to be united. They do want to, have that closeness and that intimacy with you. But like I said, you may need to be a little patient dealing with that. But that doesn't mean that you can't have this. Even if it doesn't happen this Christmas, this could be you next Christmas. So, just know that love is definitely still there and available to you. And we have naughty. So I feel like this person definitely has passion for you. And they definitely feel desire for you. So yeah, like I said, even if you guys aren't really talking and there's not a lot happening on the surface, that doesn't mean that there's not a lot happening underneath the surface. We also have sexy and single, which I feel like is basically you right now, especially if you guys are not together and you're kind of waiting for things to work out. But, I feel like you're a strong, independent person because, when I see this card, I don't think of like someone who's single and sad, basically single and depressed and single and like kind of like Eeyore, like, oh, woe is me. I see somebody who is confident, who is secure in themselves and, doesn't need somebody to like define them or to make them happy. Like, of course, it's nice to have somebody by your side. And of course, you desire that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like you don't let that define you. You don't let that like determine your happiness. Like, that you can find joy even outside of having that status, basically. And we have New Year's with you. So for some of you guys, if you stop looking at that clock, basically, you could be with this person as quickly as New Year's if you just chill out. But even if that doesn't happen, even if it doesn't happen by New Year's, I feel like this card is more so saying that there is a new beginning that is available dealing with this person, and that this new beginning will probably be spawned off of everything that's happening right now, dealing with this Christmas star energy that's happening. So there is a new beginning ahead. There's a little bit of work that probably needs to be done on your end, but I think if you really stick to it, with this creativity thing, getting realigned, dropping the impatience, doing a little bit of giving, dropping your fears, there's a lot that can happen here. There can be a lot of new beginnings that can be coming for you in 2021, dealing with this person and, your life as a whole with all those things. And finally, from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And of course, this is a Christmas star reading, so how can we not include Jesus in this? This is all about like his birthday and stuff too. Let's see what you guys got. You guys have, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Matthew 28:20. So I feel like this card is basically saying, no matter what happens through all of life's ups and downs, God is with you. You are not alone. He's been with you from the moment you were born. He's going to be with you all the days of your life up until the day you die. and then some, and beyond some. He was there before you even entered your mother's womb. He's going to be with you even when you enter into the pearly gates of heaven. He's always with you. And even in those times where we feel abandoned, even in those times where we feel like our prayers are not being answered, it's not that he doesn't love us. It's not that he doesn't want to answer us. It's just, it's sometimes like when the parent has to leave the child to kind of figure things out on their own a little bit. It's not that they don't love them. It's not that they're going to come in and take care of them. But if you're trying to teach a child how to walk, you can't go in and swoop up and save them every time they fall. Sometimes you have to let them cry a little bit and figure it out and allow them to pull themselves back up so they can try it again. And they're not doing that to be mean or to be cruel, but it's ultimately going to help you learn how to walk. And sometimes we go through those moments with God, but he's never going to let it get to the point where it's going to be anything drastic or so incredibly horrific. And I know that's a big thing because a lot of times we go through things and we're just like, but I went through X, Y, and Z, that's not fair. I can't handle that. And I know it really sucks and it's cliche when people say the whole thing of, God would never give you more than you can handle. And I've been there myself. I've been through situations where I'm like, I can't handle this. What are you talking about? He won't give me more than I can handle. But looking back at those times after I've been through them, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like that was really hard when I went through it, but I am better for it coming out of it. And I do understand why it had to happen. And I promise you, if you're in one of those moments right now, you will too. And just remember, he's still with you and he loves you and he wants to give you the biggest bear hug you could possibly ever imagine if you just allow it and embrace it. So just a little bit of a tangent, but I feel like somebody out there really needs to hear it, that God is truly, truly with them. Even in your most challenging and saddest and darkest of times, he is there for you. So anyways, that's what I see going on for you guys for your Christmas star reading. Hopefully it helped and made some sense for you. And yeah, so anyways, if it did make sense, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Even if it's just a simple small emoji, it definitely goes a long way. Also, please give this video a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on their way, as well as lives, because that is the best time to know when I am going live so you don't miss out and you can pop in and get a free read. And yeah, otherwise, I am just so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to stop on by, spend a little bit of time with me here today. It definitely warms my heart. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the My Little Pony Christmas ornament, which is Applejack, then this is going to be the Christmas star reading for you. And we're going to find out what it is that you need to know with this Christmas star business that's going on. I'm really excited to dive into this one. I've been so excited to do my Christmas readings all this time for you guys, and I'm so excited I'm finally getting into them. So we're going to start off with the Moonology deck because, we're talking about the Christmas star, stars, moon, everything going on in the sky. It just made sense to go with this deck. And it's kind of general messages anyway, which was what we're going for. So the first card you guys got is you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So I feel like this card is basically assuring you guys that, yeah, you and your loved ones are safe. Your friends, your family, whoever it is that you care about, you guys are okay. So, if maybe this year you've had some COVID scares, for example, and you've been concerned about, friends and family's health, maybe you have people in your life who are essential workers and are on the front lines of this stuff, like nurses or doctors or something like that. Maybe you've been worried about them, but I feel like this card is assuring you that they're okay and they're going to be okay. and that, there's nothing to panic about, there's nothing to worry about. So I feel like this is definitely some much needed comfort and assurance that some of you guys probably need at this time. We also have conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So anything that you've been struggling with and dealing with, basically, that has kind of been sitting in limbo, where you don't know what's going on, you're kind of sitting in the unknown, the answers that you're waiting for are coming. They're going to be provided for you. So, take it as it resonates, because I'm sure it's going to be different for everybody. This could be a career issue, a relationship issue, a money issue, a health issue, an issue with a friend, whatever it is. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with, whatever it is that there's been some mystery around, that there's been unresolved stuff around, the conclusion is coming. So the answers that you seek are definitely on their way, and I feel like this Christmas star is triggering that to come in. Like, for whatever reason, those answers haven't really been allowed to come in until now. So now is the time they're going to start happening. And we have luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. So I feel like this is just a card to remind you guys that you guys are blessed. You guys are favored. That, that luck is on your side. So, if you've been worried and stressed out about, things possibly going wrong or something not working out, it could be the conclusions that you're waiting for, like, what if things don't turn out the way I want them to? Or, your worries and concerns about your loved ones, for example, like, are they going to be okay? Are they going to be healthy? Whoever it is that you're worried about. You don't need to worry about any of those things, because you're blessed and you're favored, and you're safe and you're protected. Like, nothing is going to harm you, nothing is going to hurt you. So I feel like this is basically just like a lot of reassurance for this pile, that whoever has come to this pile in particular, I feel like you guys have been kind of on shaky ground, just worried and concerned. And it's like God is just kind of coming through in this reading and just wants to reassure you guys and give you guys some comfort and let you know that everything's going to be okay. He's not going to, of course, divulge when and how and where. He never divulges the details until it actually unfolds and happens. But it's like he just wants to put that little buzz in your ear that, yes, everything is going to be okay. He's not going to leave you in despair here with any of these issues. So I feel like that's kind of like the overall thing that you guys need to know collectively, just kind of from those three cards. We also have a few from the Divine Time Oracle from Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials. And these cards aren't just necessarily timing related cards. There are other like good, interesting messages that can come through with these cards, which is why I decided to go with them. But you might get some timing answers into something maybe that you're curious about. So we'll see what comes through here. First, we have, it's going to be longer. The wait will make you stronger. So if there's whatever it is you've been waiting on, maybe it's a financial issue where, you're like, I need money to pay for this. I need money to pay for that. Maybe it's a job that you're waiting on to come through. Maybe it's a health situation. Maybe it's a relationship with somebody where you're like, I'm really hoping he texts me back or something like that. Whatever it is, this is a reminder to you that this is going to be a slow process, basically, that it is going to take longer. So, not to be surprised by it, that there could be some delays ahead. But, a delay, a detour, basically, in a sense, a rerouting, doesn't mean that you're not going to make it to your destination. You'll still make it there. You're just probably not going to get there when you ideally chose to. And that's the funny thing about timing and our timing versus God's timing, is, we always want it now, 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 now. We live in a society where it's like everything is instant gratification. You can go on your I was about to say you can go on your nose. That doesn't make any sense. You can go on your nose. You can go on your phone and you can get the news, the weather, anything that you want with just an instant tap on anything, and you can just automatically know. You don't have to wait until the news comes on the TV or anything like that. You can microwave food super fast. You can go through the drive-through line and get food super fast. You can order something online and through Amazon Prime have it at your doorstep the next day. So, the point is, like, we have a lot of instant gratification in our society, so a lot of people just kind of expect things to happen instantly. And this is just human nature. Like, we just want it now. And I feel like, God is basically saying that's not going to be the case in this. It's going to be slow. It's not going to be instant gratification. It's going to be longer, but that means when it does come, you're going to be so more grateful for it than what you would have been if it had came a lot sooner. And the other thing too about God when it comes to timing is while he's usually never early, he is definitely never late. He's always right on time. Even if it seems like his on time is like that midnight hour and we're like, this is not going to happen, it'll still happen. And the other thing is too to remember with this is soul work is slow work. So yeah, it's not easy. I don't like breaking that kind of news to people, but sometimes it's what we need to hear because, if we just sugarcoat things and say, oh yeah, it's going to happen tomorrow, and that doesn't happen for like another year, then, why tell people that? If, it's going to take longer, it's going to take longer. At least that way then you're in the know and it kind of like helps lessen the blow for you, Okay, we also have 222, twin flames, divine partnership, soulmate. So I feel like this is confirmation for some of you guys, dealing with a divine counterpart situation, a twin flame, soulmate, however you want to put it. It could be this timing thing, could be connected to that connection, that you may need to wait a little bit longer when it comes to them. You could be seeing the number 222 a lot, so this could just simply be another confirmation for that you guys need to know. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, there's definitely some love-related stuff that you need to remember when it comes down to this. It could be the conclusion that you're looking for is within reach dealing with this person. That luck is on your side as well dealing with this person. And we have open a book, take a look. The answers you seek will come this week. So, I feel like some of the answers that you're looking for, whoops, I almost dropped the card. Some of the answers that you're looking for, maybe dealing with this person or just other things that you may be seeking on, you are going to get answers this week. It doesn't mean, like everything's going to be resolved and be totally peachy keen by the end of the week, but you may get some direction that may help set you in the right motion to get things moving to where you would like to get them. So, you may get a spurt of inspiration or comfort or, just some kind of confirmation that's going to help you in taking that next step in terms of your growth to make things better. And it could even be through opening a book. So I feel like some of that is kind of like almost through like doing research. Maybe you're going to wind up opening up like a spiritual related book. It could be like a devotional kind of book. It could be the Bible. It could be like any kind of research. So I feel like there's some kind of research here. And I don't know why, whenever I see this card with open a book, take a look, I automatically think, take a look. It's in a book. A reading rainbow. So yeah, that's where my brain goes. So yeah. Anyways, to my fellow people who know what that's from. Anyway, next up for you guys, I have some Christmas Love Oracle cards for you guys because obviously this is a Christmas related reading. So how can we not include Christmas cards in this? just goes automatically. So we have cuddle buddy. So I feel like, your divine counterpart here wants to be your cuddle buddy. Cuddle buddle. That's a new one. Sometimes I do that, you guys. I just make up words sometimes during these readings. It's like my own language. I don't know. So yeah, cuddle buddy. I feel like your person is definitely like a cuddle buddy. They're kind of just like this big teddy bear, and they just want to wrap you up in their arms and probably snuggle and stuff like that. Even if you don't necessarily get to do that right now, because we obviously have some waiting related stuff that is clearly coming through here. I feel like, this is something that they would like to do with you, that they desire to do that with you. And, who knows? This could be what happens next Christmas. A lot can change within a year. We also have smothered with love. So maybe some of the issues that you've had with this person have been, it could be in the past up until this point, maybe you've kind of been the chaser and they've been the runner in the situation. And, it's not that you're trying to chase them off on purpose, obviously. It's not that you're trying to scare them with your love, but, they could be just a little taken aback by it. They may not necessarily know how to handle it, and it could be sensory overload for that person. So it's, usually in those types of situations, the person who's running needs to learn how to accept that love coming their way a little bit better. And the person who's chasing, they need to learn to step back and not, be so pushy and not be like, love me, love me, love me. They kind of need to be a little bit more receptive and be just like, okay, let this come to me. Like, it's okay. I don't have to be as pushy. So, both parties have different things they need to learn in order to make it be a little bit more even and balanced to come back together. So I feel like, your lesson in this is to just, kind of take it back. Don't be the overly attached girlfriend. I'm sure everyone has seen that meme. Nobody wants to be her, so don't be her. And we have celebrations of love. So I feel a couple different things when it comes to this card. I feel like right now in this season, celebrate love. And that doesn't necessarily have to be only romantic. That could be family, it could be friends, it could be like just your relationship with God, because that's a beautiful relationship of unconditional love right there. So I feel like this is a reminder to just celebrate love right now. Celebrate love in this new season of Aquarius, in this Christmas star energy, just in everything that's going on with the coming in of the new year and everything. Just celebrate love. Celebrate love every single day of your life, because there's so much power in love and it brings so much joy. And then we have I want to spoil you. So with I want to spoil you, I feel like your person definitely wants to do that. Once again, you guys may not necessarily have it happen right now because you do have some of this waiting stuff going on. But I feel like, in their heart, in their intentions, in their desires, that's definitely where they're at. And, hopefully this time next year at least, that'll be able to happen. And the other thing I was going to say about celebrations of love is when you and your person do come together, I feel like there's going to be some celebrations there too, and the fact that you guys will have that union and you guys will be reunited. Finally, from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away, and of course the Christmas star. It's kind of a Jesus thing, so how can we not include him in this? You guys have ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be full. John 16:24. So this card is basically a reminder for you guys to ask. Ask God your desires. Put the petitions of your heart out there. Because, you have not because you ask not kind of a thing. And even if it's something small and stupid and trivial, go ahead and ask anyways. Like if you're having a bad day and you're like, God, I just want a peppermint mocha from Starbucks. because honestly, that would make my day sometimes, then God is going to give you that peppermint mocha. He's going to provide the way to make sure you make it over there, or someone brings one to you, or, whatever it is. But it doesn't matter if it's the small things or it's the big things. Don't hesitate to ask. He wants to give you good things. He wants to bless you. He wants to give you favor. He wants to give you abundance and joy in your life. So please ask. Ask away. He's not a genie, obviously, where you can just make requests all the time. It's good to build a relationship with him, but that doesn't mean you can't ask. So don't hesitate. Ask, please. Anyways, that's what I see going on for you guys and your Christmas star reading. Hopefully it resonated and made sense for you. If it did, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, also please give this video a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way, as well as when I go live, because that is the best way to know when I go live, because you'll be notified of it. And then you can get a free reading. So yeah. Also, you guys, I am just so incredibly thankful and grateful that you decided to come on out here today and hang out with me and spend some time with me. It means the world to me. It brightens my heart. It makes me feel good. So I really appreciate that. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose this hilarious and funny 2020 toilet paper Christmas ornament, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what your Christmas star message is. So exciting, you guys. I've been looking forward to doing these readings for a while. I've had them planned to do, so I'm just happy that now I get to get into them with you. So we're going to start off here with the Moonology deck because, Christmas star, stars, moon, it all kind of connects. It all goes together. And these are, pretty general messages anyways. So the first card you guys have is a time for healing, balsamic moon. So I feel like the Christmas star is definitely raining down and bringing you guys some healing. So wherever it is that you've needed healing lately in your life, I feel like you've definitely been receiving some of that and getting that. So, that's a good thing. Anything that has been a wound that's been opened, it's being healed, it's being made whole. That's a very positive thing. So, yeah, there's healing that's happening. Beautiful, beautiful. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. So yeah, I feel like with that healing that's been happening, now that you guys are going to be healed, whatever it is that was that wound that was open, whatever it is that's being healed, I feel like that healing is bringing in the end of whatever difficulties that were coming from that, whatever that tough cycle is. So, that's a positive thing. So you guys are kind of like in this transition right now with what's happening with the Christmas star. So you're, exiting probably a season of testings and trials and tribulations and difficulties. And you're probably going to start heading into a season of blessing and peace and joy and abundance. Kind of a time of rewards, double for your trouble of what you've been through in the past. And to back that up, we have Believe in the Impossible, Blue Moon. So I feel like this card is basically saying that, things that you never thought would happen, things that are like the best of the best, those things are going to start happening. So, if you thought it was impossible to have that dream job, you're going to start seeing that dream job is going to start coming your way. If you thought it was impossible that you would ever hear from that person again, guess what? They're going to be calling you, they're going to be texting you, they're going to be reaching out somehow, some way. If you thought it was impossible to get that raise at work, to be able to pay for, those bills or whatever it is that you need to do financially, guess what? You're going to be getting a raise. You're going to get that money covered. You're going to be able to cover whatever it is that financial issue is that you need to have covered. If you thought that you were going to remain sick with whatever it is that you are sick with physically in your body, you're going to wind up finding yourself healed, even if you thought it was impossible for that healing to come, and you're going to be made whole. So those are the kind of things that are going to be happening here in this transition for you guys. Take it as it resonates, because it's going to be different things for everybody. But like I said, whatever the difficult thing was, it's going to be ending. You're going to be moving on into things that you never thought were possible that's going to be happening. And it's going to turn into a season of blessing and favor out of a season of hardship, trial, and tribulation. So that's definitely a positive thing. All right, next, you guys, we have the Divine Time Oracle from Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials. And I decided to go with this deck, not just because there's timing stuff, but they do have like other valuable cards and information in this deck that I thought, could possibly connect in a reading like this. So let's see what comes through. There could be some good timing information here that you guys need to find out and know. Okay, so I feel like this first card here, we have move on. The time is now. No need to wait. Go out on a date. So for some of you, a part of this, moving on from testing and trials and tribulation, going into a season of blessing, for some of you, it could be moving on from like a toxic relationship, a bad relationship, someone who wasn't very good for you. For some of you, it could be like moving on from that person and moving on to someone new, having new love come into your life, like meeting someone new and having this great new start and taking that risk and, attempting to put your heart back out there again. So for some of you, that's what this card means. For others of you, if it's not necessarily moving on from like a particular person that's unhealthy from you or toxic from you, because I know for some of you guys, you're dealing with someone who is a twin flame or something like that, and you know that that's your person. I feel like if anything, the time is now could indicate, and I tread lightly in saying this because I don't want to like encourage you guys to just like go out and like pursue that person, because I do feel like they should pursue you. But it could be the time is now to step out and say or do something. They may need a little bit of encouragement with something. It doesn't have to be like chasing them and asking them out on a date or something like that. But the time could be now to at least just, maybe kind of put a little buzz in their ear, maybe that you're there. The time could be now to wish them a Merry Christmas or a Happy New Year, or just, something simple like that. So whatever that certain special thing is, you're probably going to know what it is, but the time is now to definitely do something. There's some kind of action here, on either side, whether you're the person where there's going to be new love coming in and it's a new person, or it's like the old person. There's some kind of action piece here that needs to be happening. But take it as it resonates, because that action is going to be different things to different people. We also have, is this a joke or is it a play? That's what you'll say on this crazy day. So I feel like definitely something is going to be happening, is going to be coming towards you guys. It's going to be like shocking to you. I feel like it's going to be whatever it is this thing is that you're believing in that is the impossible. When it happens, your jaw is just going to be kind of on the floor. Like, say what? I never thought that would happen. And when it does happen, it could be connected with like your person, for example. You may not even believe it at first, because it's going to be so unexpected and so like out of character and out of place. You're going to be like, say what? did that just really happen? Like, are you serious? Like, you're not even going to take it as a for real thing. You're probably going to, like, look at that person. You're going to be like, I'm sorry, I just hallucinated. Say what? But yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be a love-related thing either. It could be something else altogether where you're going to be like, what? I can't believe what just happened. But yeah, something unexpected, but I feel like it's definitely good unexpected. And we have go on holiday. There you'll find your way. Vacation. So for some of you guys, I feel like there's some travel that's going to be coming up for you guys coming out of this Christmas star stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to be like right now at this current time and at this present moment, but I feel like it's going to probably trigger some kind of travel that's going to happen in the future. For some of you guys, I feel like it could even be like during the springtime because we have like roses blossoming here. You know, we've got some like flower stuff going on. So for some of you, it could be like springtime. But there could definitely be some travel happening. And I know that that's difficult for basically anybody right now because of everything that's going on with COVID. But, you know, who knows where things are going to look by the spring or by the summer or whatever. You know, things could be different, especially with the vaccines coming out and everything right now, where there may be more of an opportunity to do this at some point later on in 2021. But I do feel like some travel is going to be coming. It's probably going to be good. It's probably going to help you guys out with a lot of stuff. So we also have some Christmas Love Oracle cards for you guys because what's a Christmas reading without some Christmas related cards, right? So the first card you guys have is Holiday Cruise. And for some of you guys, this could be taken quite literally. Could quite literally be connected to a boat. You know, if you sail or you know someone who sails, you know, maybe you're going to sail off this holiday season. Maybe that's going to be the form of travel. Who knows? Or maybe that's going to be your form of travel in the future. Maybe you're going to go on a cruise. Although I feel like cruises are the last thing people kind of want to go on right now because you're confined and you're kind of stuck there. Like, what are you going to do? Breathe all over people and get COVID? I don't know. But yeah, either way, there could be just like a boat connection. Take that as it resonates. That may not necessarily be for everybody. But honestly, the bigger thing that I see when it comes to holiday cruise, I think of just cruising, you know, because when you're on a boat, you're on the water and you're going with the flow. You're flowing with the flow of the water. And I feel like if anything, that's the message here when it comes to the holiday season is to just go with the flow. Just go with the flow, relax, kick back, put your feet up, and enjoy the holiday season. Don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy the moment and go with the flow. So I feel like there's just going to be a lot of going with the flow coming out of that Christmas star. And we have something's gotta give. And I feel like this is kind of where you've been at lately, especially if you've been in that season of testing, you've been in that season of trial and tribulation. You know, you're at your breaking point. Like the pressure is on and you're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't deal with this. Something's got to give. So I feel like this is kind of where you've been at. I don't feel like you're going to be staying in that. I do feel like the Christmas star is going to be transforming this energy and changing it. But I feel like this is kind of where you've been leading up to this point. We have love for children. So with love for children, this could mean several different things. For those of you who are parents, it could be just confirmation of that, you know, you're an amazing mom or dad. For those of you who, you know, don't have kids, it could be your person, maybe who has kids. If it's not that, you know, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you're someone who works with kids, maybe that's, you know, part of your profession or something, maybe you're a pediatrician or something like that. But if you don't work with kids, if you don't have kids, I feel like the other two things it could mean is, you know, maybe you're someone who wants to have kids, you know, you have that desire in your heart. And I feel like, you know, this is God basically confirming for you. Yeah, you know, like I want this for you too, you know, typically the desires of our heart are put there by God. And, if it's something that's good and beautiful and full of love and hope and joy, it's not something that hurts other people, it's not something that hurts you, then yeah, that's something God wants for you too. And the biggest and most important thing, regardless whether you have kids, whether you don't have kids, whether you want kids, whether you work with kids, the most important thing is, I feel like this addresses the inner child inside and that reminder to just have childlike faith right now, because the Christmas season is a magical season. It's a season of renewed hope. It's a season of like that childlike wonder and awe. It's that season of believing in Santa Claus again and that kind of stuff. And there is something so magical and so beautiful in that. So, this is a great time to get in touch with that inner child. And, don't be afraid to be silly and goofy and, laugh and pretend and have fun just like a kid. And finally, you guys have blessings on its way, which I completely agree for you guys, because, you do have, like I said, believe the impossible here. So I feel like this just kind of backs up what I was already saying with the season of testing and trials and tribulations coming to an end and moving into a season of blessing and favor and abundance. So yes, that is what this Christmas star is triggering for you guys, and this new season is about to take place. Finally, from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And of course, this is a Christmas star reading, so we can't not involve Jesus. This is kind of his thing. You guys got, I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. John 14:18. So I feel like this card is basically reminding you that, God is your comforter, that, he doesn't want to leave you uncomfortable. He doesn't want you living your life stressed out and overwhelmed and, yeah, just like down and out and stuff. He wants to comfort you, and he wants to give you love and support and strength. And sometimes, he does try to give us that, but it's like we get stubborn and we kind of tune out, and we kind of just like, instead of getting comforted from God, it's like we accept that invitation that we receive from ourselves to attend our own pity parties. And it's time to stop doing that. It's time to stop attending pity parties and, decline that invitation and instead receive that comfort that comes from God, because he's there for you. He's not going to push it on you. That's the thing. The Holy Spirit is a gentleman. He will never push it on you. He will never force it on you. It's your choice. You have free will. But, it's up to you. Do you want to go to pity parties and feel sad for yourself and be stubborn and be stuck in that kind of energy? Or do you want to stop doing that and be just like, yeah, you know what? I do want some comfort. I do want some support. And if you're just open to it, it'll come to you. And that comfort may come to you in a way that you never expected. It could come in a lot of different ways. It could be through a kind word from a friend. It could be, maybe a particular song on the radio that, resonates, and it just kind of makes you cry and everything. Like my mom, she has a song that always makes her cry. If you have her listen to How Great Thou Art, she's like bawling her eyes out. But it's like one of those therapeutic songs, that's what it is for her. So, yeah, but he's there to comfort you. He doesn't want you to feel sad or unhappy. So receive that comfort. Anyway, that's what I see for you guys dealing with your Christmas reading, your Christmas star reading. I have another one coming for you guys too, another Christmas message, but that'll be like later in the week. Anyways, I hope it resonated and made sense for you. So if it did, please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just a simple small emoji. It goes a long way. And please give this video a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. Otherwise, yeah. Oh, and also with the lives, you guys, you can find out about when I'm going live if you hit the notification bell too. So if you do that, you'll know when I'm live and you can come on by and get a free reading. But yeah, otherwise, I am just so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to stop on by, spend some time with me here today. It definitely warms my heart. It means the world to me. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 4. If you chose this brown little Christmas ornament ball with silver little decorations on it that sparkle, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what your Christmas star reading is. So we're going to start off here with the Moonology deck because, it is a Christmas star reading. Stars, moon, the sky, everything going on up there. So I figured, hey, that's a good tie-in, so why not? And these are also just like general messages, so they could be applicable to anything in your life that you may need to know. So let's see what we got for you guys. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So I feel like you guys definitely have some dreams and ideas. You have some goals, some things that you definitely want to accomplish and do. And I feel like they're good ideas and they're well-intended ideas. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you want to do music. It could be a lot of different things. But the problem is you don't have any sense of direction with it. You don't have like a stable plan. You could be the kind of person who is super creative and prolific when it comes to that, which is amazing and great. But when it comes down to like the actual day-to-day activities of getting it done and having, like for example, if you're doing music, like you could be amazing at writing and performing and, being in the studio and stuff. But when it comes to like marketing, promoting, selling, you could straight up suck at it. And I understand that because I've been down that path. So you could be that kind of person, highly creative, highly imaginative. But then when it comes to like the practical day-to-day stuff and like getting on the books with different things, it kind of goes in one ear and out the other. So I feel like this Christmas star energy is like a reminder that you need that healthy balance. You need like the practical plan part too, because you can be creative as all hell and you can have amazing ideas. You can be a total genius and it's not going to go anywhere if you don't have some kind of plan of attack. Now, should we be flexible with our plans because life happens? Of course, but there needs to be at least some sense of direction. And I feel like whoever's, on this pile right now probably has zero direction. And if you're not really good at that kind of stuff, talk to a friend, talk to somebody who is, because there's probably someone out there who can help you with that kind of thing. But yeah, you just need a direction. So, you probably have some great ideas that could really be super amazing out there, but it's not going to get out there unless you have like a plan and a way to go about it. Emotions are running high, super moon. So I feel like this kind of backs up the fact that you're a super highly creative person, because usually people who are very creative can get very emotional because all that creative energy winds up coming from your emotions. Like your emotions are what pours into and dumps into what you're creating. Like once again, going back to that music analogy, if you're a musician, if you're a songwriter or whatever you're experiencing emotionally could come out of your music. Take Taylor Swift, for example. How many songs, how many albums does she have out there which are all about her relationships? And people sit there and they dissect every single song and they're trying to figure out who this song was written about and who that song was written about. So, she dumps her emotions and her experiences into her music, and it makes her, and she's this highly creative person. So I feel like it's like the similar kind of thing to you. It doesn't have to be with music, that's just my example. It could be with writing, it could be with artistry, it could be with a lot of different things, but I feel like your emotions are what charge and propel your creative endeavors forward. So yeah, I feel like they're supercharged right now, especially with this Christmas star energy that's going on. And we have show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius, which is funny because we are entering the age of Aquarius, obviously. And I feel like, this card is basically still encouraging those creative endeavors in you because, those emotions that you have, they're valid, they're yours. You should own them, whether they're positive or negative, that doesn't matter. They're your emotions. But yeah, I feel like with show the world the real you, your emotions coming through and whatever that piece of creativity is, that's showing the world the real you. So you definitely need to put that out there. I feel like it's encouraging, yes, you're on the right track. Do this thing. If you feel inspired to write a book, go and write that book, whatever this creative thing is you're supposed to be doing. If you want to open an Etsy store, for example, and sell, like some kind of cute, crafty knickknacks or something of some sort, do that. Open that Etsy store. So this could be just like a lot of different things, but I feel like it's definitely time for you to do that. Oops, as I dropped the card. Sorry about that, you guys. I don't know if I just knocked the stand because I'm like super close to the stand right now. But yeah, I feel like you guys definitely need to do that. And the best way to get yourself out there with your emotions that are charging all this is, kind of get those emotions in check so you can make that plan. And like I said, if you're not great at making that plan, talk to somebody who is good at that. You may need to like collaborate with somebody who can kind of balance you out with that. Okay. We also have some cards from the Divine Time Oracle by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials, and we could have some timing things that come through here, but I feel like there's just, some general good messages that could come through on these as well. And we have depression. It's in the dark, you feel the heart. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, like these emotions that have been running high, I feel like those emotions have probably been dark emotions. You guys have probably been going through some dark and heavy stuff, and it's like heavy emotions that you guys have been feeling. So even though it says the emotions are running high, it doesn't mean that the high is like the emotions themselves that are high, that they're high and happy. It just simply means that they're magnified. So if you're feeling down and depressed, like, it's heightened is what it comes down to. It's heightened depression. It's heightened sadness, darkness. But I feel like out of whatever dark stuff you've been feeling and experiencing, it's, fueling that creativity. Like, once again, going back to this music analogy here, for a lot of people, some of the best songs that they write is about like their breakups. It's about their heartache. It's about, losing a love or something like that. You could be that kind of a person. So, yeah, so I feel like you guys are definitely going through that right now. You could be going through a dark night of the soul kind of a thing. We also have something sweet or something sour is coming for you within the hour. Trick or treat. So this could be taken a couple of different ways. It doesn't necessarily have to be within the hour that you're like watching this or whatever, but I feel like it's kind of saying that there could be like a little surprise that could be heading your way soon. Because an hour is a short period of time. So it just could be like sometime soon, it doesn't necessarily have to be like spot on, like, hey, 1 hour from when you're done, watching this reading, something's going to happen. That could, I'm not going to outrule it, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen for sure. I just feel like it could be soon. Or it could be something that, as a little bit of a surprise, could happen to you around Halloween, because it does say trick or treat. So, yeah, that's kind of what I pick up from that. And we have, in the light of the sun, it will all be done, summer. So I feel like, whatever it is that you're kind of on your journey with right now, if you're looking for, I don't know, like an ending to that chapter, or for something particular to manifest or happen, it could be dealing with a specific person. It could be dealing with like a career thing, kind of like with this creative stuff or whatever. There's definitely going to be something significant that's going to happen around the summertime, when things are warmer outside and the days are longer. So, yeah, that's definitely what I'm picking up with this card. And it's funny because, both of these cards are, kind of like this sunshiny, orangey, bright kind of a feeling. And this one's obviously very dark. So I feel like there's also going to be a transition for you guys from like this darkness that you've been in, this dark time, to like lighter days and better days and brighter times. And I feel like that's coming in for you, once again, coming out of this Christmas star related energy that is going to bring better times ahead for you. Okay. We also have the Christmas Love Oracle. And, you can't do a Christmas star reading without some Christmas cards. So, gotta get these in, right? All right. So I have mail, which is besides the point. My phone likes to tell me that sometimes. But we have fighting, not talking, unhappy. So this holiday season may be a little bit of a challenge because you could be fighting with somebody, and that could actually explain why you're feeling this darkness right now, because you and somebody else could be at odds. It could be love related because, this does look like, a couple who are at odds. But it doesn't necessarily have to be love related. A lot of people are spending time with family right now. So this could be a family member that you're fighting with. It could be a friend. It could be a coworker. So take it as it resonates. It could be different people for different people. So, yeah, but there's definitely some disputing going on here. But regardless of what type of connection or relationship it is, I do feel it's connected to the dark energy. I feel like it's definitely something that's making you feel lousy and crappy, and it's been pulling you down. But I feel like you guys need to be reminded, no matter what, that you are guided by angels, that angels are there with you, they're on your side, they're by you, they're protecting you, they're leading you, they're guiding you. So even if you are at odds with somebody, even if you are going through a dark time right now, it's temporary. God is bigger than those problems. He's going to take care of it. He's got angels working on it. He's got angels working on it by your side. Every time you get into a car, you've got an angel sitting on your front bumper. You've got an angel sitting on your rear bumper. You've got angels next to the doors. They're protecting you. They're making sure that you're going to be safe and sound. Actually, it's funny because just the other day, like I saw someone, make this post about getting into a car accident, and thankfully they were safe and, they were okay. I guess the car wasn't, but they were fine, and that's the important thing. Like, angels were protecting them, and I feel like it's no different for you. You guys are guided and protected, and you're safe. So, that's supposed to be there as a little bit of comfort and support for you. We also have the warmth of your love. So if you do have a person in your life or in mind, they do appreciate your warmth. They do appreciate your love. Even if this is the person that you're fighting with, I feel like the fight is more of like on the surface. It's not that, they don't love you and they don't care about you deep down, because I definitely feel that they do. But yeah, they feel the warmth of your love, and they definitely appreciate that. And we have Let's Get Away. And, I know we have like this smoldering dude here who's on this card. And I mean, it's possible that you could be going away with a particular person. But, even if you're not, even if that's not what's currently happening right now, I feel like it's more so saying that you guys may need to get away, that you may simply need a break, you may simply need a vacation, you may just, need a break from things. So it may be a good time to just do that. And even if it's just a staycation, even if you can't necessarily like go anywhere because of work, or because, of stuff going on with COVID, even just a staycation could be helpful. So I feel like it's more so just like getting a change of scenery, getting a change of perspective kind of a thing. So that's kind of what I get from the Let's Get Away card. Finally, from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And of course, this is a Christmas star reading, so we can't not include Jesus in this. You guys got Be of good comfort, your faith has made you whole. Matthew 9:22. So, I feel like this is basically God reminding you guys that your faith is paying off, that sometimes it may not feel like it necessarily, but you guys, should feel pretty good about it. You should feel comforted by your faith, because it is making a difference. Even if it's just baby steps every single day, it does make an impact. They say that it's like even just the faith as small as the size of a mustard seed makes a huge difference. And a mustard seed is pretty freaking tiny, you guys. It's not big at all. So, God isn't asking you to have the faith of the size of the Sears Tower or something, He's asking you to have the faith the size of a mustard seed. And I feel like even with that, you guys have that, and it is enough. And it should bring you comfort in that, and that God is there to comfort you and let you know that. So, your faith is paying off, and it is a good thing. It's kind of like he's saying, well done. You're doing amazing. Even if you don't feel like it, you are. So hopefully this resonated and made sense for you guys. That's pretty much what I have for you right now with your Christmas star reading. If it did make sense, please let me know with a comment down below. Even if it's just a simple small emoji, I would love to hear from you. Please also give this video a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. And it's also a great way to know of when I do go live, because you'll be notified of that, and then you can just like jump in on the lives and get a free reading. So yeah, otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I am so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to stop on by here and hang out with me for a little bit today. It warms my heart. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 5. If you chose this Oreo flavored candy cane, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what your Christmas star message is. Exciting and good stuff. All right, we've had some amazing things come through for the past 4 piles. I've been really happy with how all of them have gone, and I'm excited to wind it down with you guys and see what you guys get. We're going to start off here with the Moonology deck, because, this is the Christmas star, stars, moon, the sky, all that good stuff. I feel like it kind of goes hand in hand, and these are pretty general messages anyway, so they would probably resonate for anyone with pretty much just about any topic. So the first card you guys have is confidence is the key to your success. New moon in Leo. So if you haven't been very confident in what it is you're trying to do in your life and what it is that you want to accomplish, your goals, whatever it is, I feel like this Christmas star is bringing in an energy of confidence for you guys. It's kind of like if you had a balloon, for example, for your self-esteem, I feel like now is the time where that self-esteem balloon is being inflated. So I feel like that's what's going on. And it could be confidence towards anything, if your goal is like to get a certain job or to make a certain grade in school or, to learn a new talent or to, step forward in a relationship with somebody or something, you guys are going to be given the courage and the strength and the confidence, and that, self-esteem balloon is just going to inflate and be ready to rise up right now in this Christmas star energy. So, that's a positive thing. You're being built up, basically. We also have it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. So in order to gain that confidence and to have that self-esteem balloon be inflated, I feel like the other thing you guys need to do is let go of anything that's been holding you back or anything that would prevent you from inflating that balloon, basically. Anything that's negative, that's basically fears, doubts, worries, insecurities, anything that makes you feel yuck, basically. If it makes your stomach churn and it makes you feel nauseous, it's probably not the right thing for you. It's probably bad. It's probably yuck. It's probably toxic. It's time to drop it. So yeah, it's definitely time to do that. It's like a switch up. It's like an exchange right now. So during the Christmas star, you guys need to be dropping this stuff and picking up this stuff. So yeah, there's kind of just like a shift, a change, a switch up going on here. And we have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. So yeah, for a lot of you guys with the fears that you need to drop that have been holding you back, the negativity that you need to leave behind, and the confidence, the self-esteem, the boost of energy with all of that that's coming in, it's all to propel you further along in your dreams and your goals. And it's just good to have faith in them because, we got to have faith for something, right? No one just wants to sit on this planet and just exist day in and day out. There's got to be more to it than that. There's got to be something to strive for. There's got to be something that's bigger than us, right? So, yeah, continue to have faith in those dreams because it's going to pay off. Okay, we've also got some cards from The Divine Time Oracle by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials. And I decided to include these cards because not only do they provide timing, but they kind of provide some other useful, helpful tips and advice, words of inspiration and encouragement and that kind of stuff. Just other things you may need to hear. So, we'll see what comes through. If anything timing related does come through, take it as it resonates for your life and your situation. We have, it could be seconds if you count all your blessings, gratitude. So if there's something that you've been waiting on to have happen, for example, if it's these dreams, whatever these dreams may be, relationship, career, otherwise, whatever it is that you're waiting on, it's going to come to you a lot quicker, a lot faster, the more grateful and thankful you are. The less you complain, the less you focus on what you don't have with it, the better off you're going to be. So, if we're always sitting there in like this constant, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Like when you're putting that out there, you're basically saying to God, to the universe, I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it. So that's why I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. So that's why you get more. I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it, I don't have it, because that's kind of how I want it translates. So instead, you kind of want to act like you already have it, and you want to be like, thank you, God, I have this. Thank you, God, I have that. Thank you, God. And even if you don't have it yet, like, that's okay. Start putting it out there. Start claiming that it's yours, because the more you do that, then once again, that's going to be reflected back at you. Then God's going to be like, oh, you're thankful for blah, blah, blah? Well, let me give you blah, blah, blah then. Whatever blah, blah, blah is. So, yeah, I feel like this is a big reminder that you guys need to be grateful. And I feel like because of the color of this card, it is terribly glaring here. Like, look, like right there, you can see the lamp. But that's okay. If I were to put my ring light on right now, it would be a million times worse. The lighting in here is like super crazy and bright that like there's no point of me putting on the ring light. Otherwise, everything will be totally washed out. We also have spring. When spring has sprung, it will be done. So whatever it is that you're waiting for, there's definitely something happening here dealing with spring. So probably certain things that are in motion right now with the Christmas star, you're probably going to see it reach its complete manifestation sometime during the spring. Oh, sorry, I'm yelling out of nowhere. It's kind of late as I'm recording this, so. But yeah. Anyways, it's going to be coming through like during the springtime. So, anytime like say March to like June, I want to say March, April, May, around that area, this thing, whatever it is going to wind up coming through. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, this dream, this topic that we could be talking about could be your twin flame. This is your twin flame. Remember your story and why you came. So for some of you guys, it's definitely in regards to love. And if there were other things that you were thinking about when it comes to this situation, if it wasn't love you were thinking of, I feel like this is confirmation that, yeah, there could be a twin flame out there for you. But, especially if you're not even sure that this person is your twin flame, I feel like this is confirmation for you guys. Like, yes, this is your twin flame. Don't doubt it. Don't worry about it. Trust your gut when it comes down to what you feel in regards to this situation. Okay. And next we have some cards from the Christmas Love Oracle, because we can't do a Christmas star reading without some Christmas related cards. Just goes hand in hand, right? So we have, I love when you get creative and festive. So, once again, twin flame people here, I feel like your person, yeah, they love it. They love it when you get creative and festive and probably playful and a little adventurous kind of a thing. So even if you guys aren't necessarily talking, if you're not in communication, the energy is still there. Like, you don't have to be talking to this person for the energy to not be there. So I feel like this is just a reminder for you right now. And who knows, some of this creative festivities could wind up coming in the spring or even sooner. I mean, we have seconds here, so you could probably accelerate this even quicker if you're just thankful. But if anything, I could say that, seconds to maybe springtime would be the longest, but you could make it probably happen sooner than the springtime the more thankful you are when it comes to the situation and less complainy, I guess you could say. We also have let's work things out. So, once again, if you're not on the greatest of terms with this person, I do feel like they want to work things out with you. They want to resolve things, they kind of want to hash things out and make things better, right? Whatever it is that's been wrong. So I feel like they definitely want to, make things better, basically. And we have wrong path. So I don't feel like this is saying that you guys are going to go down the wrong path, but I feel like, maybe leading up to this point in this situation, you guys have made some poor decisions that have taken you down the wrong path. And I feel like, if anything, this Christmas star is like redirecting you. It's realigning you. It's getting you back on the right path. Because the thing is, like, this happens to all of us, you guys. You know, we step out, we make a mistake, but that's okay. And then sometimes, you know, we can kind of get trapped in this thought process of like, I'm never going to try anything again, because anytime I try to do something, I screw up and I wind up on the wrong path. And even by doing that, by making the choice to not do anything, is still making a choice in itself. Anyway, it's still choosing some kind of path, and even that kind of path could be the wrong path. So it's better to just step out and find out and choose a path anyway, because anytime we do make a wrong choice, it's not the end of the world. God always finds you. He's always going to pull you off of that path that's the wrong one and put you back on the right one if that needs to happen. And oh my gosh, there is an ant crawling on my iPod right now. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is crazy. Hold on a second. I'm going to see if I can get this ant to crawl on this piece of paper. Hold on. I don't know if ants mean anything, you guys, but this, where did it go? Here it is. Let me see if I can get him. Hey, little ant. Come here. Where is he? Did I get him? Where did he fall? I don't know where he went. There was an ant. Oh my gosh. And I wound up grabbing 2 pieces of paper instead of 1. How did I do that? Like, oh, these pieces of paper like stuck together. I tore it off of a bigger piece. I don't know. Maybe he fell to the floor. That's so random. Okay, you guys. So there was an ant that was just on my iPod. So I don't know what the spiritual significance is behind ants, but if you guys want to look that up, there may be like some kind of spiritual significance there for you guys dealing with ants. Take it as it resonates. But that did not happen with any of the other groups. So the ant may have been there specifically for you. Maybe it's in reference to an ant in your life, like a human ant. Like maybe you have an aunt or something that you need to, I don't know something about, or who is important to you. I don't know. Take it as it resonates, but there was just an ant. Either that, or maybe the ant was there for me. I don't know. So I feel like the ant is there for somebody, whether it's me or you guys, but there was an ant. Okay, I got derailed on what I was saying with the wrong path thing. But I was trying to say before I saw the ant, and I don't know where he went. I was trying to say, you guys, that, you know, if we do fall off the wagon, if we do go onto the wrong path, it's okay, because God will always find us, and He's always going to put us back on the right path. He's never going to let us continue going the wrong direction. So don't worry about it. If you make a mistake, it's really not the end of the world. It's really not a big deal. But I feel like you guys are done with your days on a wrong path, because you know, you do have other good things going on here. So, you know, try not to worry about that or be concerned with that. And finally, we have down for anything, which is basically kind of, to me, just like going with the flow, just enjoying life. You know, it's about not being stressed out if you do wind up on the wrong path briefly. It's not being upset with that. It's about just enjoying the moment, just breathing it all in and taking it all in and going with the flow, and, you know, being down for the ride, down for the adventure, you know, down for the journey, enjoying the ride, basically enjoying the journey on the way to wherever it is that you're going to. So that's basically what I feel like this card is saying, and I feel like something that you guys need to kind of apply and start doing with this Christmas star energy coming in. If you just kind of like be open and be receptive for whatever it is that comes your way and go with the flow, you're going to find that things are going to go much easier and much smoother for you guys. Finally, from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away, you guys got Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take care or shall take thought for the things of itself. Matthew 6:34. So I feel like this card is basically telling you guys that if you're worried, stressed out, have anxiety about, what the future holds, it doesn't matter if it's like literally tomorrow, the next day, if it's next week, next month, next year, whatever it is that you're worried about in the future. Maybe it's about like paying your bills or something like that. Like, how are you going to pay your bills next month? Don't worry about it. Live in the moment. Live in the moment and go with the flow. Be down for anything. Because every second that you worry about something else that hasn't even happened, that isn't even here, you're robbing yourself of today's joy. You're robbing yourself of today's peace. So enjoy today, enjoy the moment, and just trust that everything is going to be okay tomorrow, whether that's, tomorrow or like next year tomorrow. So just trust that everything's going to be okay, that everything's going to work out. So yeah, God's got it. That doesn't mean to not be responsible and to not do what you can. Do what you can, of course, but once you've done everything that you can do, leave the rest in God's hands. He's definitely got it. So hopefully that helps you guys, resonates, and makes some kind of sense for you. That's basically what I see for you guys with your Christmas star reading. If it did resonate, if it did make sense, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just a simple small emoji. Also, please give this video a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. Also, by doing that, it'll notify you of when I'm going live, which is always a good thing because then you guys can just hop on. Oops, I'm getting so excited. I'm knocking my stand around. But yeah, when you guys do that, it'll also notify you when I'm going live so you can jump in and participate and get a free reading. So yeah, otherwise, I am just so incredibly grateful. I'm knocking it again. I'm like out of control right now. I'm so incredibly grateful and thankful that you guys decided to come on out here and spend a little bit of time with me today. It definitely warms my heart and means the world to me. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love.